It's that time, guys. It's that time. Yo, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Do You Even Transform, Bro? Do you? It is me, yes. Eric B, hosting another episode with my special guest, aka the co-host. Tonight we have Mr. Scott Rod in the building. What's up, Scotty?
Howdy. Oh, hey, look at that.
Look at you setting off balloons in the jazz.
Is he doing that again? Oh my god! Okay.
I honestly didn't really intend to do that, but
yeah, we just gonna discover stuff all season long. We got Derek B in the building, looking very grayish over there.
Wow.
Say what's up, Derek.
Did I just call you
what's up, everybody? Yeah,
I've known him for a long time, and it is showing. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's fine because I've been too lazy to get out the house and go see my barber. And we got to get ready to go back in the office, so I definitely got to get that visit in. So I need to get ready and get off my ass. So yeah,
all good, man. Listen, you still looking good, bro. For 50, you don't look it, so you still killing it, my man.
I appreciate that. That so much.
Yes, sir. And then we also got Mr. Rusty, the mechanic, in the building. He's super great, though.
I'm gonna ignore you while I struggle with this stupid new age warpath transformation for some stupid reason. I am the Rusty mechanic.
Yes.
At least he said the Rusty mechanic instead of a Rusty mechanic.
That's true.
Right.
There's only one.
Yo, I don't care what anybody says, Rusty. You still look good for 35.
AKA 53.
35.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
It's all good.
I'm in a good mood tonight.
Why are we
I'm
here
gonna get
again?
it. If I'm gonna get it, you definitely gonna get it.
That's what's up, man.
Scott will get it in 2 weeks. So.
Well, guys, I hate to start on a somber note, but we do have a little bit of breaking news here. Scott, go ahead and take us away with this.
Yeah, Roberto Orsi, who was a contributing writer to a number of pop culture movies and Renaissance, if you will, including our beloved Transformers 2007 movie. A beloved Transformers, maybe you don't like the movie, but anyway, he has passed on. He's gone to the great yonder. He died after a struggle with kidney disease. So,
man. He's a part of the Matrix. Yeesh.
And you were 51. Hey, man, that is 51. Wow.
It's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. So
RIP to him. Our thoughts and prayers to his family and friends and everybody who got a chance to work with him in the business. At 51, man, that is definitely gone too soon. So
yeah. And for everyone that has experienced the Transformers franchise for the first time during his run as head writer and producer for the Transformers in the Bayformers universe. I know they're really feeling it as well. So,
he also
prayers out to everyone.
I think he's got writing credits for the majority of the episodes of Transformers Prime.
Yes,
which would make perfect sense.
Him and Alex Kurtzman, yes, because they continue that right after the first movie,
first or second movie.
Yeah.
I was trying to place the name, and now that I see it spelled out, and you just said Transformers Prime, now it's tweaked with me where I've seen the name from. Yeah, it's Transformers Prime. Yeah, okay.
You could say he's transformed into a higher existence.
Okay, all right, a little cheesy, but I'll take it.
All right,
I'll take it. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program. Let's go ahead and go around StreamYard and see how people's weeks were so far. Let's go the opposite way. Rusty, how was your week?
I think I went first last week or last time. Anyway, that's fine. No, you sure?
Last one tonight.
What do you rate the? No, you're right. I was the last one. Anyway, okay. I'm still making my way through Arcane, but it's getting more and more interesting. Yeah, I think I got about 2 episodes left for this season. Again, man, totally hooked. If you aren't watching this show,
which season?
2.
Oh,
Okay, right. So there's something I should be prepared for. Okay, very good. Yeah. So again, completely hooked on that. Very sad that you told me that there may only be another season. Somebody made the comment that maybe we'll get something else with different characters, which would be cool.
Yeah.
But again, that show is just awesome. Again, Call of Duty still playing Call of Duty. Scott,
Wrong.
we haven't hooked up yet.
Wrong. You're not playing.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So that's a good segue into one of the stories. So it turns out that YouTube, because I was trying to watch Enter the Realm last night, because I wanted to listen to my boy Derek B over there do the Robot News. And I guess YouTube sucks up a shit ton of bandwidth, because Heather came bursting into. I was in here watching YouTube. I had a hockey game on over there at the same time. She kicks the door open and she's like, "What in the fuck are you doing in here?" And I'm like, "What? I'm what the guys, right? And right, there is so much lag on my game. I cannot play." So I was like,
funny.
"Sorry, Derek, I gotta let you go." So, and she said as soon as I disconnected from YouTube, the game, she was back into it. But up until for the first like 15, 20 minutes, she was not having a good time. So apparently, I
all
cannot.
You gotta do is become the 51st state, and we got you.
Can we not go there? All right, you know what? I'm gonna bring it up then. You know who won 4 Nations? Who lost in the championship
y'all murdered
game?
it too. Good job, bro.
Man, Jordan Bennington.
I heard y'all were
was
renaming it the Gulf of America's worst team,
right?
Like
yeah,
that.
I saw a meme of that. It was like a Gulf of losing hockey or something.
Oh man, America's second place team or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah, that was a really good hockey game. I haven't seen good hockey like that in a while. There's a lot of passion in there. Jordan Bennington and Connor Hellebuck, the goalies at either end, were absolutely ridiculous.
I'm sure there's somebody out there who recognized those players.
Yeah, Connor McDavid, the best player in the world right now. He sniped it home. No, that's not an MMA fighter. Anyway, he sniped it home for his Team Canada for the win. That was
congratulations
fun.
On your win, man.
Yes. It was a good game. It was a good game. There was definitely, obviously, there's a lot of emotion going on between the two countries right now, and you could definitely feel it out there on the ice, and the guys were laying it out there. It was fun. And then I had some
credit for being able to have that game, and still, I mean, y'all fighting hockey anyway, so that's the thing. But you'll be able to play the game, and a lot of those guys are on the same team with one another and stuff, man. Like it was just a fun exhibition.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the Canadian guys and one of the American guys are teammates on the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it was actually the guy that passed the puck out for the winning goal and his teammate on the Toronto Maple Leafs. They actually went at each other, and he managed to get the puck over for the winning goal. So yeah, I mean, how does that work, right? You go back to the dressing room and you just laugh it off, and I'm sure they're not going to have any animosity at each other right at the end of the day, and so why should we, right? So. Yeah. Anyway, and I chatted with you guys. I have some bad news, and now I have some better news. But so last week I was chatting with the guys and telling them, well, as a consultant working for the federal government, we're going through our own internal issues with funding and realignment and an election coming up and everything else. So they're doing cutbacks as well. And I found out that my contract's probably not getting renewed after March 31st, which is the end of the fiscal year. I think it's the same for you guys, right? Like the tax season ends March 31st, right?
October.
April.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah. Fiscal year.
The fiscal year, yeah. So anyway, I was told that my contract was not going to be renewed past March 31st, which made me kind of sad. And I started looking for other potential contracts. And less than 8 hours later, my manager called me again the next day and said, actually, there's a project coming up and you're going to be perfect for it. So you are getting extended past March 31st. So yay! Whoa. I still have a job.
Very good.
I can still collect Transformers.
There you go.
Priorities.
Priorities.
I can pay for better internet.
And pay the bills. So yeah,
I can pay for better internet so I can watch YouTube while Heather's playing Call of Duty. Yes, yes, it does. Anyway, so that was the news of my week. 25. That's probably about right, Jedi. I wouldn't doubt it. Anyway, so that was the good news that I had last week, and I'm not sure if I'm happy with it or not, because again, my workload is just absolutely ridiculous. and I'm absolutely exhausted. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys because this is the highlight of my Tuesday, the highlight of my week. Let's do this.
Nice. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, again, congratulations to you, Rusty. Happy things are working out, brother. And before we move on, Rusty and I talked quite a bit, especially with the promotion that he's doing for Kennedy's Village and supporting us through raffles. And we wanted to give a special shout out to Joe Sparagon, who, I mean, he spent $100 on entries for this. So I think he got as good a chance as any to win four figures. But we've seen stranger things happen. We've seen a person with one entry win it all. So I just want to say thank you for supporting it, and everybody else who has gotten in on the raffles thus far. Their raffles that Rusty has put on. So we're appreciative and grateful. But I just want to give a big special shout out to him buying 100 entries off grid. So
and we do have 270 entries right now, and I am going to close the raffle off on Saturday at 11:59 p.m. and we'll do the draw for the raffle this coming Sunday. I'll do it at 4:30, same time as what I did last time. I'm going to do a post on Facebook just to remind everybody that it's coming.
That's more than last time by quite a bit.
That is quite a bit more. Yeah. So between shout out to Doc Diecast. He helped promote it on ERC on Facebook. Shout out to Bobby Skullface. He gave me a few minutes on his Zoom call that he has every month to promote it as well. Both those things really help to drive that forward, get some more promotion out there, get some more entries. People are super keen on the idea. They love supporting your foundation, Eric, which is, I think, the main driving factor. I know that there are people right now that have put entries in and they don't want anything. They're just doing the donation, buddy. But we're over that 250 entry mark that I wanted. So we're going to be giving away 4 figures for sure. Whether it's going to go to one person or 4 people, we'll sort it all out on Sunday. It depends on if somebody wants to be greedy or not. And we'll go at it from there.
Are you cutting it off at 300, or are you just going to let it go?
No, I'm letting it ride, buddy. Like however many we get, and if we get way too many, then I'll find another figure. You know what I mean? Like we'll just. That was the thing I said.
Well, wait, you're giving out 4 figures, so I mean, it's not a bad idea to just take as much in as you want. For 4 figures is great. I mean, you're giving them a lot. And shout out to Scott for capping that off with the 4 figure. It couldn't have been 4 figures without Scott. But I mean, you got to think about it. You're giving away 4 figures. People will be appreciative, man. So get those donations in, guys. Help us out.
4 action figures, not 4 figures.
Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah. Right. Again, like the number of entries means that I'm just taking enough to cover the cost of the figures. In fact, not even enough to cover the cost of figures, and the rest of it is going to Kennedy's Village, right? So if we go way past the 250, it's all going to Kennedy's Village. So
we appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Derek, how was your week, man? You got off to a pretty exciting start on Monday night.
But even before that,
JCC.
We had NJCC weekend, and it was absolutely great. Of course, it's always great getting together with everyone and seeing everyone in the realm, doing Rock Island and doing what we do best, and that's hang out, party, and make money. Speaking of making money, I had a unique experience that Saturday morning as we had people coming in to check out our wares to see what they wanted, what they didn't want. Had a couple of people come and get a couple of things on my table before one gentleman came in, and he came in and asked me, what was the price for all my, as y'all know, I'm getting rid of a lot of my Chug figures that I have not opened, that I've collected over the years, and I just need space at this moment. So I'm just literally just selling it all. So he asked me what I was selling them for. I told him, and he said he asked me for a specific price because he wanted everything. And I said, well, what are you talking about? And we agreed on a price, and he literally bought my entire bin of Chugs. And it was like, it was a lot. It was a lot. Basically, I met my quota, which I was expecting to make. And, then I was left with the third-party stuff that I had that wasn't going to sell.
Citizen Stack.
Citizen Stack.
Anybody want a free Citizen Stack?
Hey! Don't you put that out there. Put that out there. Ain't nothing free coming from Derek B. Bars. Anyway, so this was left on my table along with some other things, and I actually traded a couple of my things for stuff that I got that we're going to show that I'm going to show in the next bit that we do. But it was a great experience. If y'all tuned in last night on ETR, y'all heard the wild stuff that happened also, because there was like two different things that happened. Actually, yeah, it was two different things that happened. It was very wild, but it was a
y'all crazy.
The first thing that happened, y'all. Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Watch ETR last night if y'all want to find out what happened. Okay, but yeah, we just had a blast, man. And shout out to Chan because I still got cookies.
You still got cookies? God.
Man, look, I gotta slow down now because these are oatmeal raisin cookies, and these are very healthy oatmeal raisin cookies.
I mean, they don't got gluten. So, I got all the sugar though, right?
Nah, it's no gluten. Exactly. It's gluten free. And for gluten free, they're really good. And she was telling me how she was giving me the recipe how she made different things, and we were going over certain things to either improve or add or whatever. And shout out to Chan because just being around Chan is just a joyful experience in general. But when we got to see her doing her baking thing and doing that now, and it was a big part of the show over the weekend as well as they were doing the raffles for NJCC. Fran was actually promoting her baked goods so people could
she was actually check it out.
Yeah, she was selling too. She was selling.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Selling baked goods.
Yeah, she was selling baked goods. Okay, yes,
cool. I'm telling you, man, those things are so good that I think she has a thing. Like there's a business there that can.
Yes,
we bought from her several times. We just got something in a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she had at least 8 to 10 different types of baked goods there that she was selling, and they almost wiped her out. I don't think she went home with a whole lot, but yeah, it was. I mean, she's killing it in the kitchen. As a matter of fact, tomorrow on Shelf Gravy, she's going to be in the kitchen. She said, so you get to see her, actually baking, not doing anything shelf, but she's doing the gravy. So, but yeah.
Sorry, wait. I can order baked goods from Fran, and she will ship them to me.
No, you can order baked goods from Chan.
Yes,
she said Fran.
What did I say? Did I say Fran?
Fran. Yeah.
Fran's the guy running the convention.
Fairy Godmother Chan. Fran.
Yeah. So you can contact Fran. Now you got me saying Fran. You can contact Chan if you want to get hooked up with some baked goods, and she'll let you know how much it costs, how much it send to you, and she'll get it to you. But yeah, it was very good. But yeah, NJCC weekend, absolutely incredible. The ride home was even better, and then we got home and I got to get ready for yesterday and today. So yeah, it's been phenomenal. So can't wait to talk about the discussion tonight, and let's keep it going.
Yes, sir. And that leaves Mr. Scott Rod.
Yeah. Well, I watched Taboo. I binged it. It is from like 2017, 2016, something like that. Tom Hardy is the main character. It's a period piece by the BBC.
Yes.
Absolutely phenomenal show. Like riveting.
I thought you was talking about something else.
I cannot recommend it enough. Apparently they are definitely in the works on season 2 now, which is awesome.
What is that on?
Well,
Hulu?
Hulu, yeah.
Is it Hulu?
Okay. Yep. Or Tubi. One of those two. I think it might have been Tubi. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal show. What else for me? Let's see. Shout out to Derek for sending me a piece that is going to take care of one of my displays up here. That's why we're kind of like work in progress.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did some work on some Gundams, did some work on my displays here in the room, but outside of that, not much going on in this corner of the galaxy.
By the way, speaking of Gundam, briefly, I walked into a computer shop that's local to me because I wanted to pick Heather up an Elite controller because you guys put me up to that for Valentine's Day, so that's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold,
responsibility
in the shop is a Gundam corner,
mm-hmm.
and I went, shit. Now there's somewhere local that I can buy these things because I've just avoided them because I had to like order it and wait for it to come online, and now I can go down to the local shop and buy them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so I did get on Call of Duty because a lot of people, including the gentleman here, are on Call of Duty, and I was kind of anti-gaming for a little while. Like I just didn't feel like gaming. So anyway, I got the game, and thank you to Derek for kind of guiding me in a little bit, and I've only played with 2 Realmers so far, Derek and Roy, and I think Roy is in the chat.
Yes, sir.
So just a thing to keep humble, because I first connected with Roy in Overwatch, and I played Overwatch for a very long time, and I'm decent at the game, and playing with Roy, I'm like, I'm not bad for a 51-year-old dude. I got onto Call of Duty, and boy,
it's a little different, eh?
It's a different world, bro.
It's different. Oh my god, yeah. So I'm just kind of like running behind everybody, trying to keep up.
Yeah, you'll get there though. I'm on my 4th prestige, and I hadn't played Call of Duty in a long time, so it's an easy one to get back into. Once you kind of learn the map and learn the weapons, and you find that group of attachments that works best for your play style, you'll be okay.
Yep.
One thing I can tell you though is hardcore is the way to go. I can't stand having to shoot people multiple times to take
right.
Yeah.
Shoot, move on. Shoot, move on. Shoot,
exactly.
Move on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Get killed, no kill cam, move on. Yeah.
Get killed, call bullshit, move on.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although Roy and I were trying to play the other day, and it was like every time we tried to play hardcore, it would error out and say we couldn't do it because our party was too large, which was really weird.
Weird.
Some kind of weird.
Well, you keep ducking this Tekken smoke, so I guess between you and Nick, I'm never getting this Tekken match in because y'all don't want this action, but it's all good, man. I'll let y'all keep running for right now. Summertimes are coming.
Wait, which Nick?
Nick Brammer.
Oh, okay.
Nicky D. Yeah. So anybody out there that want that Tekken smoke, just look your boy up and you can come get these hands.
I actually thought about getting Tekken. But I was so caught up wanting to get Street Fighter because I know the Street Fighter the cost is going down on that game.
It's cheap for a reason. That game sucks, bro. Street Fighter 6 is not good.
Street Fighter 6?
Yeah. Like they got some cameo characters that make the game fun. Like they brought in the Final Fight characters, not Final Fight, King of Fighters. So
King of Fighters, yeah.
He's in
Terry
it.
Bogard.
He's in it. Yeah, and then they brought back Bison and Akuma, so it's cool.
Roy's talking some smack in the chat.
Check it out. God. Bring it up. Look, bring it up on the.
Anytime you want to play, sir. Anytime. And when I say anytime, it could be 2:00 in the morning. You go get these hands, and I'm gonna put you back to sleep.
Ouch! What? You heard it here.
I promise you that. Look me up, Roy. I think you playing on Xbox though, so I got it on PS.
Nah, he's on PlayStation.
You can PlayStation.
Oh, bet. So my gamer tag for those who want to know, and I'll put it in the chat for PlayStation. I'll put it right here in the chat.
Yeah. You going to this juggle or struggle?
I'll play you when I get off of here. That's how confident I am that you don't want this smoke.
Yeah.
I'll make you go cry to your boo thing.
We'll do it right now. We'll do it right now, live on the air.
We got a show to do though, or I would go give him that smoke. Anywho, so Scott, that's it for you.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, man. That leaves me, man. So I want to give a big shout out to my wife. Happy 43rd birthday to my wife Siobhan. Happy birthday to you, babe. 43 years. Again, never
Happy
looked so
birthday,
good.
sis. Yeah.
And I'm just happy to be along with the ride with you. So happy birthday to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy birthday, sis.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. But other than that, like I worked this past Saturday. My daughters had a chess tournament. Their team did really good again. So they both came home with trophies, which is good. In the team sense, they didn't individual medal, which was their goal. But they got a couple more sparring matches that they can take advantage of before we get to these national tournaments. So looking forward to seeing them dust off the cobwebs and get ready and get really, really, really zoned in. But that's it for me, man. Like my week hasn't been much of anything really, just work, chess, and wife's birthday today. And we'll be taking her out this weekend to celebrate even further. But she wanted her favorite meal, one of her favorite meals, which is a homemade nacho. So I made her some nachos, and we sat and watched episode 1 of the Kobe doc that they did on CNN. Kobe Bryant, I think, is becoming a legend, which is really good. First episode was great. So I definitely encourage you guys to check that out. Oh, I have been watching this show. It's on Amazon. It's called Cross. And
yeah,
with Eldridge Hodge killing it.
Eldridge Hodge, I haven't started. Sean's been watching it, and you know, I wish I had started watching it with her, but man, I've been hearing so much about this show.
Listen, the first episode will get you hooked. The first 10 minutes will get you hooked. Like it's that it starts off with getting right to the shits. It's really good, bro. Really, really good. I think you guys will enjoy it. So check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. But enough of the free promo for that other stuff. Let's check around with the guys and see if anybody transformed, bro. Let's start with you, Scott. Did you transform, bro? No worries, man. Moving right along, Derek.
That's it. We're in and we're out. That's it.
That's it, bro. Let's gotta hold that up. We ain't gotta prolong the inevitable. Derek B, what you got, man?
All right. Stretch for this one, because I gotta scroll. All right, let's see. I'm gonna start out with this one because I saw this at NJCC. I actually have one already, but I saw a different variation of the box, and it's actually transformed into certain mode that I like. Now, everybody knows my favorite character. What is it?
Blast.
Soundwave.
There you go.
It's Soundwave, right?
Rusty, don't get cussed out live on the air, okay? All right, let's not do that tonight. Okay. All right. So, I got another twin cast, double deck.
Nice.
But it's already transformed in a box. That's dope.
Yes.
Huh.
Now, give you a little background to this one. I have the first one already, thanks to the Realm Hatton crew. They got me that one for my birthday, and now I got this version as well. I couldn't pass it up. I was like, yeah, let's talk, dude. Let's get some.
Was that before or after you ditched him for a bigger show?
Before. Whoa.
Oh, y'all say, okay, look.
You ain't even gotta ask that.
Y'all not gonna be starting fights
right
between shows. You know, we're not gonna have
right along.
We're not gonna have smoke on RHP on Fridays.
No,
he already.
You know that
when I'm in the comment section, he already don't post my comments. But man, we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, moving right along. I got another blaster.
Jesus Christ!
But I got the Titan's Return. I never had this. Never had this blaster. I missed out on it on the first run when it came out back in 2017. I really wanted it then, and actually no, this was 2014, I believe, because it came out also. This also was with that Power Master Optimus that they did for Titan's Return as well. So I got this for a nice deal. And speaking of getting rid of your third-party figures that you don't want, for Arcos and Toy World Sea Spray, and I can't remember the other one that I got rid of. Oh yeah. Cliff Jumper, the X-Transbot Cliff Jumper, Toros. I got this Power to Prime's Optimus. As you know, it's getting reissued.
Orion packs in there, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I definitely want to check that out next time I'm down your way.
First saw this at the 2017 HasCon. We were there, and I fell in love with it then, and never got the opportunity to get it at the time after it actually released. So, dude was looking on my table. He was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about getting into third party." I said, "Well, I got the deal for you." So as a result, I got this. Now, what I really wanted to get from him, like I was looking at this all night, all day during the show, because I was like, I want that. And then when he mentioned that, I was like, yeah, we doing something. But I really wanted to get a vamp from him because I needed another vamp. But he was trying to sell that mug for $240. I was like,
for sure, and it's being reissued. So just hold
I really hope so.
BBTS, I think, might be still open for pre-order, so check it out.
All right, I'll check that out. Now, this next one, I didn't get at the show. Now, Eric, I want to just say this before we start. Before I put this up,
Lord. Get ready.
Now, I thought about this long and hard, and I really believe that this is legit. When you ask me, did I transform, bro? And I want to show this with all the enthusiasm I have, because I have every confidence. Get your hand off that button, because you're not going to need it.
He's good.
I acquired, and I've been waiting a whole year.
Is he pulling it?
What's happening?
Pre-ordered this last April, fully paid for it, and I was like, when is this coming in? So they finally got the shipping on this, and I got it. Yes.
Okay. I give you a pass there. I give you a pass there.
Yeah.
That's adjacent.
It transforms.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Are we good? We good.
All right, good.
We're good.
All right.
We're good.
Yeah. I knew I was going to pass on this one. All right. 1,000 toys, Ryobot, Voltron Legendary Defender. Now, I have not taken this out the box yet. And I know we don't have time to be doing that tonight. And now we've got to get into a whole lot of things, but I may do this on another show. I mean, on one of our other shows, or even this show.
Out the bizzle.
Yeah, so we will figure that out and get the logistics done for that. But yeah, I got it. I can't wait to put my hands on it. I'm literally still looking for my white gloves, because I want to make sure that nothing affects this one in a negative way. So yes, I got it. This even comes
Eric
with
the like Keith Lee. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10.
you can order 100 white gloves on Amazon and have them shipped to you overnight.
I
did. Got a box somewhere in this.
I got a box of them. I just gotta find them. I gotta get it. Remember, I'm putting out my storage. I'm trying to sell a lot of stuff. So
is that what you're telling me? You're missing a box of white gloves in your house somewhere?
Yes,
how do you misplace a box of white gloves?
Rusty? I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'm sure I'll find them as soon as I get in that closet.
That's another show.
This is the exclusive edition.
Okay.
Because it's the only edition. And yeah, so I got this. But yeah, we're gonna work on this one. I hope that we figure that out soon, because I can't wait to get true reactions for this one. All right.
Yeah, man, me too. I want to see how that looks.
Yeah. And I was a big fan of the show before it came off Netflix, and I can't wait to be able to get it again, because you can't see it nowhere other than digital anymore, and they don't have season 7 and 8 released yet. So I can't wait to get the entire season to own for myself. It was a real mistake for DreamWorks to take it off Netflix. I was really upset about that, because that was one of the shows I actually watched over and over again, because Voltron Legendary Defender truly redefined the Voltron universe. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it definitely did. I guess.
Yeah. All right, that's it for me.
That's it for you?
Yep.
All right, let's pull in our boy Rusty. Hey, Rusty, did you transform, bro?
Sure did.
All right.
I got for you. Now I'm going to try to keep this short, because Brink's in here, and he's probably going to say something silly like, What's the topic tonight? Because we're going too long. Whatever. So I'm going to try to make this quick, Brink. Okay, so just calm down.
Hey man,
Brink, have you seen Rusty's review videos?
Oh They're my God! Don't
like an hour,
please. It's embarrassing. Honestly, I don't know how I ramble on so much. How did it turn into a 40-minute review video? I don't understand. Anyway, please don't watch my review videos. They're fucking terrible. Anyway, so listen, you're probably gonna yell at me, but I'm gonna do this anyway. Okay, so I got this guy in.
Okay.
Now I know what you're going to tell me. I know what you're going to say. I showed this on the last episode, right? But here's the deal. This is a second copy that I got from Ages 3 and Up. Again, shout out to Ages 3 and Up for thinking of me at all, because they wanted me to do some promo videos and stuff. So they sent me the first one, and when I popped it open and I'm looking at it, and it's an amazing thing. By the way, this thing's amazing. It's absolutely it's so beautiful. If you can get a copy of this from Toy Dojo or Ages 3 and Up or wherever the exclusive guys got it, just go get it. And so I take it out of the box, and then I'm fiddling around with it because I'm getting ready to do the review video. So I'm practicing the transformation, and I got through like step 2 or 3, and a piece of the shoulder literally went ding and fell on the floor. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do the review video now? So anyway, it was glued on. So I just glued it back on and I carried on. And I think I got to step 5, and the arm during the transformation literally like peeled out of the main body. Like it just rotated out in my hand. And I went, that didn't break. There was no friction. It didn't break. So I turned the figure over and looked at it. There was a pin missing in the shoulder.
Yeah, it was
right. So I was like, so I'm messaging, the guys at Ages 3 and Up. I'm like, oh my God, like this thing, right? And they're going, can you put a paper clip in it? Can you put a nail in it? Is there something you can do? Anyway, I did manage to like jury rig a pin. I didn't have an actual pin, but I managed to jury rig something and got it fixed so that I could actually do the review video. But the guys at Ages 3 and Up were so distraught about the fact that they had sent me this figure that had both of these issues that they just went, we're just going to send you another one. So again, shout out to Ages 3 and Up. They sent me a second copy because the first one had some issues. So shout out to them. And then,
I mean, you are the mechanic.
I can fix anything, right?
There you go.
Hot glue gun and gum. And then I got this guy showed up.
Right.
I got New Age Gears and Swerve, right?
Yep.
Swerve, yeah. So New Age Gears and Swerve showed up last week, so I haven't popped him open yet, but I'll be doing him. Or them. That's them. I'll be doing them. And that's it. That's what I picked up in the last couple of weeks. So
I watched those videos to give you the views.
Thank you.
I let them on. I keep them on till the very end.
Thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate it. I got to do something about my format. It's just I just go on and on and on about stuff that I don't need to be talking about, and I got to get better at it. Anyway.
So, are you going to get the latest colors that are coming out for them?
Yeah, you know what? That with the red paint job deco there, I think I got to do it, man.
And the green,
I don't know about the green one. The green one's not speaking to me, but that red one with the red chrome rims and that is like, oh my God! Like as a car guy as well as a Transformers guy, like this thing just speaks to me. It's just the alt mode is amazing. Like it looks exactly like a Toyota Corolla / AE86. The figure is phenomenal. It was really well done.
Yeah.
Everything about it is awesome. Everything about it is awesome.
I'm gonna grab that initial D one. I've already pre-ordered it, so I'm just waiting on Planet Steel Express to release it.
Yeah.
When it comes in stock, but I'm definitely looking forward to the initial D version of it. It looks
well.
amazing.
That's what this is. This is the initial D version.
The one with the red, the upgrade kit.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The body kit and stuff on it. That's what I want. The red stripes.
Yeah.
And wait. I was talking about the New Age Gears that you just.
Sorry.
Showed. Yeah.
This thing. Yeah.
There's another color variant that's coming out. One's is a green one, and another one is a orange and red.
No.
That's how they get y'all, bro.
No, I'm not.
70 different colors.
No, I'm not buying into the New Age. The only reason why I ever bought a second copy of anything from New Age was because of that blaster twin cast, the cassette thing. That's the only reason why I did it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Social manipulation.
I didn't even buy like a second copy of Slag, I think it was, because one of them came with a sword and the other one came with a gun. New Age, get your shit together. Like that's you guys. You guys are funny.
with Blaster, I think they should have did a pack with just the tapes. That would have been cool.
I'm surprised they didn't, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it and what would there's another version now that's got, oh no, it's just recolors of, oh yeah, one of them comes with 3 cassettes. There's one of the recolors of Blaster comes with 3
It's
cassettes.
the multiverse one. Because
It's how they get you.
It's the shattered glass one. That's the one that comes with 3.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the stuff I think it is Tojo shipping their drifts now, because
Toy Dojo.
Is that what I did? Because Ages 3 Up is still up for pre-order too. Planet Express is still up for pre-order. Toy Dojo is shipping theirs.
What's up, Leon?
I don't know. It's I know they only Ages 3 and Up and Planet Express are the only people supposed to be selling them.
Yes.
That's my understanding, that it is exclusive to those 3 each.
To those 3 guys, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if Toy Dojo has them already, and the other guys are still waiting on their shipment, or everybody's waiting on their pre-order. So anyway, but that's where you can get it if you want to get it, guys. So go check it out. Anyway, that's enough promo with those guys.
All right,
and it for you.
That's it for me. That's all I got.
All righty. All right. Well, I'll make mine easy peasy. I got 0. Zilch, nada.
Oh,
hey, moving right along.
We're 50-50. Okay,
cool. Moving right along.
All right.
So I think it is time for another one of my favorite segments. That is, of course. Let's see if it still holds up. Let me see if I can find the video. Where's the bumper? Ah, there we go.
There it is.
Nope, that's not it. I'm tripping.
It looks like that.
Yeah, there we go. All righty, Scott, you are up tonight, buddy. What you got?
All right. Well, this is to a certain degree, it is in line with one of our later discussions, but
Go. Here we go.
Masterpiece Tracks. I don't remember or recall what year that this guy was released. I'm sure somebody can tell us. But
I got you. Give me a sec.
So
the year 2005.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this guy, to be quite frank. I took him down off the shelf because I was rearranging my shelves and putting new lights in and stuff like that, and thought, since it's on the topic for later on. So we've got 90-degree bends on the elbows.
Barely.
We've got not even 90 degrees here. We do have a waist swivel. We do have ankle tilt, but it is the ankles are actually connected to the sides here. There we go. That's better. There's a little bit of ankle tilt there, not much. Definitely some toe tilt down, a little bit of toe tilt up. All right. But my biggest complaint with this guy is, and I'm just gonna not bury the lead here. This guy didn't hold up out of the box. He was not up to par with most of the recents at that time. But also, look at this.
Yeah, I know. Mine did the exact same thing.
And it ain't because it isn't because there is some kind of looseness to. First of all, it's not a screw; it's a pin. Okay. But it's not that. It's the fact that there is too much play between the teeth of the ratchet. So it's just I can't wait to literally smash this thing against the wall. when
you can do it now live
when
on
the new
air.
one comes out.
Yeah. Was it Star Toys getting ready to do it?
Oh my god, it's happening.
Dumb.
Look at Eric.
Well,
there.
Jeez.
This segment is over.
Yeah.
Well, clearly it doesn't hold up.
Yeah, I don't think it
will
holds
again.
Yeah. I don't think it holds up. Yeah.
Oh boy. All
Scott,
right, well,
Scott, you
first.
okay? You okay, buddy? Do we need
First of all, this
intervention?
this thing would have garnered any kind of aftermarket price. Let's
Yeah, that thing was trash.
It is trash the moment it came out.
Yep.
And we all just kind of got on board because it was Takara, and it was the only version of Masterpiece tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But the nice thing is that there's a new version coming out that looks a hell of a lot better, and from a company that I trust as well.
Can you bring up Dante's comment?
What, this thing? Ain't no shaving that thing down now, bro.
Yeah. Do you have any tips and tricks for us now, Dante?
Yeah, it's a wrap. I mean, let's be honest. That thing when it first dropped, I mean, it came in car mode and it looked beautiful. Transforming it was fun, getting it the other modes. But then when you got it in the robot form and you realized the back of the car just sat there in this hollowness, it was just nasty. It wasn't good. Yeah. And the back of the, like his abdomen or where that would be was just all nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty work, dude. So I am looking forward to the Star Toys. We don't have to get a lot of comments from the chat squad. We know this thing never held up. And I think we got one. We got one. Hey, that.
Yo. That was a decent headstone. The thing, like, I did really like the alt mode, except when you were looking at it straight on the side profile, because his wings and his arms were like protruding underneath too, right? And getting the wings and the arms to like try to collapse underneath the car was always a pain in the ass. Getting them to swing out for his like flying car mode was always a pain in the ass. Those rockets were way too small. There was so much about that was just. It was unfortunate, right? Because it was like, yay, we got tracks, and like you said, you transform it, and then you went, oh,
yeah, really? It's trash.
Anyway, it looked okay on the shelf at the time, right? By the way, it was 2015. It looked okay on the shelf with the rest of the MPs, right, at the time. But I mean, there's definitely been stuff. Bullshit. Anyway, yeah, I mean, there's definitely been better stuff that has come along right since the release of that thing, and you're right, it barely held up when we had it. It definitely doesn't hold up now. So yeah, bring on Star Toys. Like, let's go.
Yeah, it's time. It is time. I think it's been past due. Past due. All right, guys. Well, that was a pretty.
Wait. Brink said Star Toys got rated last Saturday.
He's a liar.
I think he's pulling on Roy there. I think he's making Roy go into a panic. Whatever.
Brink. Good, all righty. Well, let's before we move on to our topic, our discussion tonight, just want to pay the bills for a second and talk about Nick the Toy Guy, our sponsor. So guys, don't forget to head on over to Mr. Nick the Toy Guy's website, nickthetoyguy.com, where you can seek out your masterpiece, third party, and some action figure needs. Don't forget to use our promo code DYETB10 for 10% off your entire order, as well as combining that with free ship to get free shipping for rates under $10. Again, go head on over to nickthetoyguy.com for all your masterpiece, third party, and some of your action figure needs. Use our promo code, get 10% off your entire order, and combine that with the code free ship. All right. Well, it's the meat and potatoes.
Oh, your microphone sounds really bad, buddy.
Uh-oh. Mic's going up.
What about now?
There we go. Perfect. Okay.
Right.
Start over. It never happened.
All right, well, let's get into the meat and potatoes, man. There's been a couple scuttlebutt things in the news going on, dealing with Takara and Mainline and combiners and HASLab. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on over to Scott so he can intro our topic, and let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, so we got a couple of them, but we're gonna start with HASBRO's HASLab Lyle Kaiser, which is now funded and has hit its first unlock tier, which is what Death something. You guys remember the name of that guy?
Don't worry, it ain't important.
Something or other. Anyway, which was a 13,000. And it just was interesting the day that it was announced, as I believe, at least in the last 3 years, anyway, that there hasn't been another HasLab that has only been announced like at a show and not had a video associated with it. Right? Like every HasLab we've had, it's been like some kind of a live stream or you know, it's that's sorry, let me modify that. I believe it's the only one in the last 3 years that hasn't had a live stream happen. It was announced at the show in Florida and a MegaCon, I think. And then we got a video of it after the announcement.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to kind of like first put that up on the table and, you know, do we know anything about why they chose not to?
Look, I'm gonna take a stab in the dark. And it's my own personal opinion. With the with what they're trying to do with the Japanese line, because these are all the latest HasLabs in regards to Transformers has all been coming from the Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they're quite frankly, and I know we're gonna talk about this part on another show, and we may tap on it today. I think they're punking Hasbro Japan, saying that, you know, they're gonna do it before they do. A lot of people don't know. They're not the same. If you want to, you know, paraphrase it, you know, to represent Japan will say they not like us.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
So, yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna choose whatever platform that they can get. With them not having the ability to do most of the things that they were doing in the past, I'm talking about Hasbro USA. They're taking any platform that they can do to, you know, be able to do their announcements, do their stuff. You know, they're continuing to pimp out the license to non-transforming style companies that are, you know, doing their products as long as they don't transform. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We are now officially witnessing the actual downfall of Hasbro USA. I hate to put it out there like that. I know there's a lot of fans that, you know, would think differently. But that's how I see it right now. And they're using any platform that they can get because they can't do it on their own, basically.
Okay, I think that's a strong opinion.
That's how it appears. I hope that's not the case and they're just trying to strategize and do something different. But that's how it appears to me. I got nothing against Hasbro. I love Hasbro and I love the things that some of the things that they do. I don't love this HasLab project that they're doing, but you know, it doesn't take away from the fact that, you know, they have done some phenomenal things in their HasLab, mainly the G.I. Joe line. But I know we're not talking about that. So
yeah, I think just to chime in there for a second, I don't think it really has anything to do with the obvious. So I think Brink made a good point. They may not have the prototype done in enough time. But at the same token, I think they are appealing to a market that doesn't care about live streams. They are appealing to the Japanese market. All these other ones have funded in record time. This would be no different, and they probably realize they don't have to. They can just show a picture. They don't need a live stream to promote it. It's Lyle Kaiser, which is a very popular combiner in Japan. We never got one here, so they knew people would be clamoring for it here as far as like the mainline release. I think they did one in Combiner Wars, but it wasn't good. So they know that they could put something out, tease it, drop a photo, and people will be all about it. All they have to do is just make sure the promo images and stuff is good enough, and people will buy it. Like these HasLabs, when it comes down to Transformers, G.I. Joe, and even some Ghostbusters, actually all the Ghostbuster stuff, it moves like hotcakes. So they know they got something. Why spend the extra money on videos and editing it if you don't have to? That's just
they did release a pre-recorded video the day they announced it, right?
Yeah, but
a couple hours later or whatever.
It's still like, even when they've done live streams, they've gone back and cut in promos and added other features and this and the other, and they don't need to. They don't.
Yeah.
Look at the numbers on the streams. Like, they're not always super duper high when it comes down to the HasLabs. They get better reaction when it comes down to like reveals in their own cons, and the numbers look better. They don't need to do it for the HasLab, bro. Just talk about it briefly and move on.
It'll be interesting to see if this marks a trend, or if the next HasLab that they announce will be a live stream. It'll be interesting. I also wonder if it doesn't end up being a trend and the next one they do is a live stream. I wonder if at the last minute they cut the live stream because they couldn't get, because this is a combiner, right? And it's obviously in prototype phase or whatever. And I wonder if there were just too many issues with the figure itself to try to put it on a live stream.
That could also be the case. I think it looks dumb. I've always thought Leo Kaiser looks stupid. Like, his legs are all turned sideways because the tank's got to become. It's a dumb combiner.
It looks like something you get from the dollar store. I'm just saying.
100%. Exactly.
Yeah.
Always have. But I mean, for people that like it, I'm not gonna rain on their parade. I hope you get what you want. It's always look dumb. It's probably gonna feel dumb. Like, the thing is just cumbersome, just based on this design. I just never liked it.
So interestingly, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's a popular figure because it's military equipment, it's military vehicles.
So after our HasLab Unicron, we had the Victory Saber was the next one, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we've had Victory Saber, we had Deathsaurus, then we had RID Optimus Prime, which is really was a Japanese manga, and then now we have Lio Kaiser, and so every one of these since Unicron, which Unicron was quite a bit more expensive. It was a $600 price point. But every one of these since Unicron has been something that has been a Japanese item first, right? And I'm wondering what your guys' thoughts are on whether or not that signals that the Transformers team is recognizing they can't fund a HasLab Transformer without significant interest and participation from our Asian counterparts.
That's a good point. We lost Rusty. That's a good point, and I will say that they haven't given themselves enough of a chance. I think the Unicron was a special situation only because it was super expensive. The price point on that out the gate for your first Transformers HasLab was probably above a lot of people's budget at the time. And so when it didn't fund, they got scared and they extended it, and then they extended it again. But then they came up with something that was a little more palatable for people. I think it was $299 or something like that. Which is more in line with the other HasLabs that they had done, and the thing sold out. So I don't think it's because it's a marketing to a region thing. I think they got scared and they just went there, and that's what they think they can give people for that price point.
I'd be interested to know whether or not there's a correlation in units and selling patterns based upon price point across all HasLabs.
Well, what I was gonna say is what else can they do at that price point in the American market? For instance, you already have a Masterpiece Prime that you sold for $400 that seemingly sold out everywhere. You already have a Megatron that you're not going to be able to sell another gun of, right? So you can't sell that here. You coming out with Starscream, in 3 different colors, right? Because that's an easy repaint. I mean, what else could you give the people HasLab wise that's going to be more geared towards G1? There's nothing left. You cornered that market in the HasLab and the Masterpiece and now MPG. So I don't know what else you can do.
Unicron was so Brian's comment here. Unicron was also the second HasLab ever. Sail barge wasn't in hand yet. I think people were still skeptical about these projects and thinking they were still show up at retail too. Yeah, there's probably some of that. There's also the size of both the Unicron and that barge as well, right? There's a lot of people that said, I don't have room. And you saw that again with that Lewin Metroplex, right? There's not a lot of complaints about the price. It really is. When you talk to people, it's like, I ain't getting it because I don't have any place to put it. Right?
Yeah, I think just G Squared makes a good point, and they had already done an Arc and a Nemesis at some point, but maybe before they blew their load and then went to a whole different market, maybe if they gave you the Arc and the Nemesis and one and made that the next HasLab and sold it for $400, that would have sold.
Yeah.
But you put it as a Titan, and now you don't blew your load again.
Any thoughts, Derek?
I'm just thinking about how if they decide to do a Primus, what would that look like? It's going to be the same size as Unicron. You got to think about the upcharge, even that they're going to do for that because of inflation. But again, there's that argument about space, because there's no argument about price. Case in point, the Metroplex. So what are we really, what does it come down to really? Are they listening to what we want, or are they just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks?
But I mean, Derek, let's dig a little bit on that.
Okay.
Do we know what we want?
And there's that too. Everybody wants everything. Can't please everybody. But
do we know what we want? And to add on to that, do we want it from them? That's the other thing.
That's a whole
that Leo Kaiser is like, I barely knew what that was, right? And so when you say, is there stuff out there that we know what we want, then they come out with something like this and we go, oh yeah, so I think to Derek's point, like maybe they're kind of going, what obscure thing could we grab and throw out there? And you know what, like if we all lived in Japan and grew up in Japan and whatever, I mean, maybe our reaction would be completely different. Maybe the Japanese people are going absolutely apeshit over this thing, right? But
I mean, it helps them get it over the edge, Russ.
Yeah, right. And for us, actually, bring that'd be interesting. I don't know if you have access to that data, but like through the crowdfunding and that. But where's the source of the funding coming from right now? Is there anything from North America? Is it mostly over in Japan?
We're at like 4,000 or just about 5,000, I think, and then the
European and
the overseas numbers were put in, and it basically spiked it to funded.
Right. Okay, so there you go. So it's coming from overseas, and the other interesting point too might be like with all of the recent and Roy kind of brought it up, Jedi mindset there, that with some of the more recent partnerships, the licensing or whatever you want to call it, like with YOLO Park and Roboson and others, right? And Eric, to what you said, right? Like they're putting out Optimus, they're putting out Megatron, they're putting out Starscream, they're putting out the ones that we know that we want. Is Hasbro sitting on the side going, oh well, we gave all those characters away to those companies, we licensed them, we approved them and everything else, what are we going to do for HasLab? And now they're reaching into the bottom of the bucket going, maybe this thing, right? That could be influencing the whole thing too, is that they've given away all the good stuff to other companies, and now they're going, well, shit, what do we do for HasLab?
I think Hasbro needs to just get off their ass and just really just ask. I mean, put up polls, do surveys and do all of that, so they'll know what they got, and they'll know what to potentially invest and start doing, you know.
And they used to do that. That's how
that's
came about.
Right. So why not get back to that? Get back to you're gonna literally have to get back to basics with this, and really just start asking folks, what do y'all want us to do? And whatever is highest on the poll, that's what we're gonna start doing. And that's what we're gonna work on getting done.
But
stay off the poll, ladies.
What happens if they put the poll out and everybody goes, give us an Optimus?
All right, now.
And we go, well, we already did MP44. Like, why do you want another Optimus? Why do you want?
That's why
you control the poll, quote unquote.
Right.
So you do surveys first, and then do a poll based off the surveys to say, okay, these are the ones that got the highest marks. Let's do a poll and see which one we're going to actually do, and see how much it's going to actually cost to fund.
Mm-hmm. Here's a hot take for you. So we got MPG, right?
Mm-hmm.
But but we know that MPG is not MP. Even that Ginray was not MPG side. MP size, right?
No.
It is possible that they start doing MPs under HasLab.
So that's what I was thinking as well. So, like, remember we got Grimlock, right? And nothing else. Why not HasLab the rest of the Dinobots?
Yep.
I mean, it's there. That's an option, right? There's holes in the collections that you can do. You can HasLab some of the combiners as one of your HasLabs, the masterpiece combiners. Like, you can give pieces for that. But I think they've lost some steam in that department, and they see it and they can feel it.
I think so. I think the hat, and the reason I put it out there as a hot take is that it erases a lot of the weaknesses that the MP stuff had in the U.S. marketplace, which is that in order to have a production run for a full retail release item, they had to order they have to order so many
minimum quantity.
And then when that more expensive item doesn't sell well for retailers tend to shy away from wanting to put it back on their shelves, right? For the next one. Right, exactly. So, and of course, with the idea of having it under HasLab is they can take some of those more, what's the word I'm looking for? Liberties with kind of upping the quality of the figure. And not have to worry about, well, is this going to be accepted at retail? Because now it's literally just a crowdfund.
Yeah, direct to consumer.
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's an option. They don't really have to do a whole lot if they're going direct to consumer, so they could put the money back into the product. I like that idea.
It does seem kind of weird that they're, like, to you guys' points, that there are those holes in the Masterpiece line, and they have obviously abandoned Masterpiece. We talked about that I don't know how many times, but that HasLab could still carry that forward with the holes in, right? I mean, imagine if they said, okay, we're going to do an MP Devastator, right? We're going to do an MP Computron. We're going to do an MP Predaking, right? You don't think that we wouldn't dive bomb that website and crash it to the ground? If
we would, right? I mean, look at the amount of people that bought the Skyfire when they first put it up. I mean, you can get that from HASBRO Pulse, and that thing went sold out.
Yeah.
The same thing with the Starscream, like that sold out on their site. I mean, you can still get Skywarp and Thundercracker, but they've always been kind of for certain people.
Yeah.
So you have the ability to do so. I think the problem is Takara has already shot themselves in the foot by slowing themselves up, taking their foot off the gas. Because when they were coming out with at least 2 releases a year, they were in good standings with the community. Whether you bought it or not, people were still excited to hear that Takara was dropping a figure, and they would at least check it out. Now with the MPG, I think people are just so turned off by it that I think they have lost all steam.
Yep.
Yep. Because when I pre-ordered that, well, first of all, availability was a joke because I pre-ordered it from Hasbro Pulse. You order it on Amazon, you got it first. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was an instant turn off to me, and I instantly canceled my pre-order because I was like, why am I getting it from y'all when I can get it from them first? Because because I wanted to have it like right away. So I'm like, why am I wasting my time buying it from y'all when I can just go and get it from them and just get it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another weakness, right, of those mainline releases at retail is that your true audience already has it all. It already has the figure that you're trying to sell them at retail. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know they had to fill that one, and that's another thing they lose out on. See, this is things that they need to start paying attention to. They're really not paying attention, and then they're trying to figure out, oh, what went wrong? Really? Really?
Well, don't forget, right?
It's right in front of your face.
Yeah, but dude, like, so Ash just said it right in the comments, right? They're a top-heavy corporate organization. They're not a third-party company. They're not small. They're not agile. They've got stakeholders they've got to answer to. Blah 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 blah. Right? And as silly as that sounds, for a company that's producing toys and games, it doesn't matter. There's still a large corporate organization that has to answer to somebody.
Okay,
right?
No. And I'll take that. Let's work on that for a second.
Sure.
I'm a stakeholder.
Yep.
My question is going to be, why in the world did y'all do less sales and we still saw the product out there, but it looks like y'all did less sales? Explain that to me. Because as a stakeholder, what I want to do is make sure that you are paying attention to trends, so I don't have to ask these questions.
That's true.
Because they're not paying attention to trends, this is why they're losing out. They need to start paying attention to trends. They need to get people in their corporation that pays attention to these trends so they can stop missing out on the obvious.
So we may be like, and we talked about it in the last episode, right? That may be part of the reason why we're seeing a shift in what it is that they are putting out, right? There's a change in the direction of the type of stuff. We're getting away from MP. We're getting non-transforming figures, right? Stuff's getting licensed. Stuff's basically getting outsourced, right, to other companies. And it may have to do with exactly that, is that they're focusing on a new direction and they're missing out on these other opportunities that we want, right? But they're trying to drive in a different direction. And at the same time, Hasbro isn't doing just Transformers, right? So while we sit here and we go, they're missing opportunities, they're missing Transformers opportunities, they're shifting direction in the Transformers world, but they've got Magic the Gathering, D&D, gaming, right? Blah, 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 blah. Hasbro at its core has been a gaming company more than it has been a toy company for most of its existence, right?
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm sorry, that's not an excuse for me, because they've been doing this for years.
I hear you.
You know,
I
they've been doing this for years. They should be.
Yeah.
They should be paying attention to these things. They should be the one that's been writing the book about this thing.
I have to agree with Derek. If you're gonna play in the game, play in the game. And
right.
If you're not, then move out the way and let the next person get in it.
Let somebody else do it. Yeah.
Right. You know what? And then here's the thing about right. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No, you could. I mean, you own the property, so you don't want anybody else to take a stab at it. So either pony up and be in it 100%, or license it out to companies who are more than willing and capable to do this.
Right. Now they're distributing out because they're their own distributor. They're distributing out to your Amazons, your BBTSs, your all your retail stores. They're getting it first before I pre-order it on your own site. Come on now, make that make sense to me.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, but to be fair though, and Esteban brought it up and Brink piggybacked it. And I've known this for a while. Yes, Hasbro does not run Hasbro Pulse. They are licensing the name, basically, Hasbro, to distribute that stuff. However, if you know that's the case and they're carrying your name, then dumbasses give them their stuff first. It doesn't, like, that's not rocket scientists. Like, if I own a Volkswagen dealership, hypothetically, and I also have a warehouse that houses parts, I'm gonna make sure my dealerships eat first before I give it out to the general public. It's just smart business. Right. It just doesn't make sense for you to do it. So whether they own it or not, cool. But they using the name, and by proxy, you need to make sure that you're feeding them, so that customers can feel that they're getting what they deserve, which is a pipeline to your product without having to deal with the hassle.
Right. And it goes back to the whole argument of price versus want. I'm not worried at the whole scheme of things. The price is not the problem for me. It's me getting my product in a timely manner when you're the one that's mainly responsible for getting me that product. I shouldn't have to go to a BBTS. I shouldn't have to go to Shows, no matter what the price is, even if it's for less. If I'm getting it from you, I expect you to get me my product to me first before I see everybody getting theirs from everywhere else. So and that's the biggest problem with me.
So let's assume that, so your argument and Eric's, analogy, let's assume Hasbro and Amazon get the product at the same time from the warehouse, because Hasbro said to Amazon, we'll give you a bunch, right?
Yep.
I think we can all agree Amazon's distribution system is by far better than, with the exception of Temu, maybe, everything else on the planet. Yeah. So if Hasbro gets it at the same time and Amazon gets it at the same time, and they both ship their stuff out at the same time, you're getting your Amazon product first. Right. But, and maybe that's a hindsight thing for Hasbro, where they went, oh shit, maybe we should not have given it to Amazon at the same time. Right.
Yeah, but let's be honest. So Hasbro Pulse has distribution centers in the Midwest, and they got one in Georgia, which is like the southern part of the state, right? If you know that's where the boatload of your stuff is being distributed from, then send half your shipping there and half of your shipping there, and then you're just going to disseminate it out. The difference that Amazon has is that they're also boots to the ground, right? So they're their own delivery company. So I'll give you an example. If I buy G.I. Joe figures, which primarily I do through Amazon, from Amazon, they come out of Kentucky or they'll come out of Illinois, which is nothing but, like, it's a 4-hour drive from Illinois to Michigan. And Kentucky, if it comes out of Kentucky, it goes to Illinois, then comes to me.
Right.
But they're boots to the ground. They're working 7 days a week. Hasbro Pulse is getting their stuff into their distribution center, and then they're mailing it out by another delivery company, which could then take them time. They're working with unions. Those people don't work on Sundays. They're missing ground there. So there's going to be a difference, yes. But if you know that, then you plan for that and you make that happen. That's just an excuse to me. But it's just,
anyway, like, nothing taken away from what you're saying, Derek. I 100% agree, right? If the company that made it gets it out later than everybody else, that's a miss, right? If they're not listening to us in the community, that's a miss. I agree 100%, right? But again, this is what we get when we're dealing with a mega corporation, right? They don't care about the community. They only care about the bottom line, right? But it's still kind of interesting that, again, they would come up with Leo Kaiser as a HasLab. There's much better options in my mind to do a HasLab than that thing.
Yeah, what about like the Seacons, right? Like, that's a missing link.
Any other combiner would have been better than this thing.
Yeah.
So the mention of the other combiners is it somewhat segues this, because if you look at the recent releases from Hasbro, inclusive of our HasLab here, there's the Leo Kaiser. You see the new Devi, which they already had a Devastator that they did in Combiner Wars, right? But we're getting another one.
Yep.
We're getting another Superion. They just finished the Menasor, which, again, both Superion and Menasor were also in Combiner Wars. And they have now announced this is not necessarily Hasbro, but it's Hasbro Takara, which is they've done this new Predaking under the MPG line, right?
Yeah, no, not MPG. That's under something else.
Oh yeah, the Adamas
starts
or
with an
whatever.
A.
Yeah. That line. We're getting a lot of combiners lately, and across a few different areas, and it was just curious, what do we think that is about?
I mean, just is that not what we want? So, right, Eric asked the question, do we know what we want? I mean, every time that we talk about combiners, we all go, "Oh, a combiner?" Right? Like it's our immediate initial reaction, right? Why wouldn't you do the combiners even if you already did them in Combiner Wars? Why wouldn't you do them again? Anyway,
new technology.
There's also a similarity to all of them across actually every one of them, which is there's a simplicity to the design of the individual bots that is unmistakable, right? You look at that Predaking, you look at even the Lio Kaiser, there's a simplicity to the individual bots in deference to the combined form.
That's a good point. I think combiners are in because of everything else that's coming out, right? Like, so you got so many big bots that have gotten released. Let's go all the way back. The start of the HasLab, you got Unicron, the biggest of them all, right? Bigger is better. And then you had the Star Saber come out, which combines with not Leo Kaiser, whatever the lion thing is. So then you had that as a combiner. Then Death Swords.
You talking about the Victory Saber?
Victory Leo. That's it. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So that came as one pack and they combined. And then you got Death Swords, which is a bigger bot. They know the adult collector likes bigger bots. I mean, that's probably one of the reasons why the Masterpiece line was successful. I mean, it's a bigger bot. It's more mature. Gives you more of a premium feel. So I think they're trying to lean back into that market and try to capture some of those dollars they've been losing in that sense. But combiners are fun. And think about it. If you don't sell a box set, which they're not, you're guaranteed to sell 5 to 6 figures.
It's kind of like we know that Build-A-Figures came out as a way for them to sell the other figures in that wave, right? And it's kind of like combiners were the original Build-A-Figure.
Yeah. I mean, combiners also speak to our collecting nature, right? If I get one, I got to get the other 4.
Got to get them all,
right? Yep. You know what I mean? Pokemon, got to get them all. So that's what makes them fun too, right? And agreed. I mean, who doesn't like combining a combiner team?
Yeah.
I wonder if because listen, these big corporations, when it comes to it, it's all about driving sales, right? So I have to wonder if Combiner Wars as a line did performed or outperformed the other areas of the what was that trilogy? What do they call that trilogy?
The War of the Primes?
Power of the Primes trilogy.
Yeah.
So you had, what was that? Not Siege and all that, but you're talking about right
after the Netflix series. You're talking about the Rooster.
The one that was
there's Combiner Wars. There's Combiner Wars. Power of the Primes, which was the little like added feature.
Yeah, the headmaster gimmicky
thing
and all that.
Yep. And then Combiner Wars.
Oh yeah, Combiner Wars, Titans Returns, and Power of the Primes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that we've seen that trend with them before. Combiner Wars, I can't really tell you if they sold well or not. I think a lot of them ended up on clearance, but I always thought it was dumb. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just thought it was dumb. Like, they looked dumb. They just had these repaints of figures that they just threw a different paint on and called it somebody else. It was so stupid to me. I'm like, these things didn't have their own identity. And then I wouldn't buy them for my kids because I just felt like, oh, you're just trying to trick my kids. Like, this is just dumb. Like, what are we doing here, man? What was that thing? The one woman who became a combiner, it was a Victorian or something like that.
Yeah.
It was nothing but freaking Superion mixed with Minosaur mixed with Defensor, and then you just put paint on it, and now you got a whole different combiner. Smart marketing move. I mean, yeah, you can just repaint it and sell it as something else. But come on, man, I'm smarter than that. Like, get this out of here.
Wow.
By the way, I have that set, and when it's time, it's gonna go for a lot of money. So I'll keep y'all posted. And
cool, man, because then I'll sell the one that somebody sold me for $50 just so my daughters have a woman transformer on the show.
Oh, really? Wait, did they actually play with it, or?
Yeah, Savannah did. It stayed in her room for a long time. It even had the upgrade kits. Shout out to Leon. He sold it to me for just to make sure that she had a representation of Transformers in there.
Right.
Still don't mean it's not dumb, but yeah, you tell me how much it's going for, and I'll sell that thing in an instant.
I got
out of here.
I got it unopened, so I got it in the whole box somewhere. Collector set, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this is somewhat of a throwaway question, but I just don't understand it. Whether you think about Combiner Wars or you think about the combiners that were in the Energon line, like Hasbro always seems to struggle with the feet and the hands. Even though they're separate pieces, they're tiny little feet and janky little hands. Yeah. And it's like, why can't they be proportionate?
Because plastic costs money.
Yeah, honestly, though, you're not like you're making the mold either way, right? Of that hand, or that the fact that you're making it, let's say 50% bigger. That's not that you're talking like a couple of pennies. That's it.
Pennies is pennies. Yeah. Again, we're talking about a mega corporation here. Pennies is pennies.
Yeah. Seems like the Siege line was the height of the chugs.
Siege, yeah, I would give them
yes. I definitely would give
them that. And what was the last thing? It was the last line.
No, Kingdom was last. You had
Siege was first.
Siege, and then what was the middle?
I'm not sure I can.
Come on, chat squad.
Help us out. Well, see, this is how much we care about mainline stuff. Where's Jose? Why is Jose not in this conversation?
So Siege, Siege was the first that came out with the weathering, right?
Yeah, it was Siege, Earthrise, and then Kingdom.
Yeah.
So Siege had that nasty weathering on it, the rust.
Yeah.
Yeah, people didn't like that initially. I don't know if I can say that Siege was the peak. Like back when classics were a thing, like the excitement around classics was huge.
So classics was fun because you got a modern representation of a figure that you instantly recognized. The Megatron was stupid, but everything else was great. However, I can't even say it was classics. I think Generations was the peak because you had a mix of masterpiece in that line. You had a mix of classics in that line. You had some taller, some smaller. Like that was a very broad stroke of Transformers figures, but something for everybody. And I think that's where they excel.
I mean, I would definitely agree that Siege has actually kind of to Derek, to your point earlier with regards to Hasbro paying attention to trends. The trend of masterpiece collectors was definitely in full swing of I want this to be as G1 accurate as possible. Mm-hmm. And the Siege and the Kingdoms and Earthrise and Studio Series all responded to that trend as best they could. But I also, and maybe this is just me because I don't do mainline anymore, but none of them held as much excitement or interest for me as when the classics first came out.
Yeah, classics was dope. The Hot Rod, the Prime, the Megatron, the even though the Megatron still looked dumb, the Seekers were cool. Even the Seekers were cool.
Yep. Jetfire.
Yep, Jetfire was a beast.
Yeah,
that one was kind of like a mix of modern mixed with G1. That one was the closest to G1 you got in that line outside of Prime. Bumblebee was cool.
That Voyager Onslaught was freaking gnarly, man.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot. Yeah, that probably was the height. And you also had more opportunities to buy that stuff. Like I remember I was working at Kmart at the time as a assistant store manager, and they had them in a toy aisle at a Kmart. And I'm like, oh crap, what is this? And that was it. Got me right back into Transformers. But they were, you can get them there, you can get them at Walmart. Toys R Us obviously was still a thing. This is what, 2005, 6?
For classics?
Or was it 2000? I think it might have been 2004.
Yeah, I said about 2006, 2007. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to go back to Scott's comment though about like what did you mean about the mainline being more simplistic? Simplistic than what?
Oh, just the combiners. If you look at the combiner trend that has kind of seemed to be there, as I look at this new Devi that's coming out, like the individual bots are incredibly simplistic. They're even worse than what what did that Devi? Did Devi, the original Devi, was he part of Combiner Wars?
Combiner Wars.
Yeah. He's even more simplistic than the Combiner Wars Devi.
Right. Yeah.
And here we're post Studio Series where there was a lot of, hell,
right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is what they're capable of now.
Well, see, and this is the crazy, and like you in the chat that we were having this afternoon, you were kind of making the comment of like, are they being lazy, right? And you just pulled out the perfect figure to prove maybe they are being lazy, because they pull off a Studio Series Prime that everybody's calling the second coming of Primus, and the figure is absolutely amazing. And then the immediate and then they go, oh, by the way, we're coming out with a Devastator, and we go, oh my god, after that Prime, this thing's gonna be amazing. And then there's hollow arms and legs, and you go, what are you guys doing to us? Like, how do you come up with that Optimus Prime in the Studio Series, and then you give us a combiner that we all love and want, and we want it to be as fantastic as that Prime, and you do this half-assed, right? Like, again, to Derek's point, like, they're not listening to the community. They do, right? They have these hits, and then they have these absolute misses most of the rest of the time, right? So,
and I think, Derek, you were the one who forwarded the recent announcement from Hasbro on kind of their direction. And they're even indicating and suggesting that they're going to try to make more figures, toys, etc., that appeals to a older audience. 13 and up, I think, is what the article said.
I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah. So it would even that would indicate that, hey, there's an opportunity for Hasbro to make more stuff that's on par with this, that has a higher price point. And, like, if they were making this kind of quality consistently within the main line, I'd be all in.
Agreed. I agree 100%.
You would be able to supplement that line with your HasLab stuff.
Yes.
100%. You had to zoom in on that one, Derek.
I'm 51. I can't read that.
Well, it's the way it's the way that you have to play it. You have to put it full screen to actually see it.
Okay.
But basically, it's talking about their fourth quarter plans, and it's giving their full 2024 financial call, and it's speaking to some of the future things that they want to do. I'll just read you an excerpt, but it's Hasbro has unveiled its new strategic plan, Playing to Win, which will guide the company through 2027. The plan focuses on expanding its audience from 500 million to 750 million through play-fueled engagement and partnerships. Hasbro expects mid-single-digit revenue growth, operating profit margin improvements, and $1 billion in cost savings by 2027. So they go on to talk about, the new CEO, and he wants to concentrate on their strengths, which is games and licensing. The playing to wins key strategy pillars include profitable franchises, aging up, everyone plays, digital indirect, and partner scale. You can see this article on TFW 2005 if you want to go and check it out. But it goes into detail of every detail of what they're trying to do for the future. Games, IPs, and toys, basically. So
yeah, good luck.
I mean, they're really trying to get back to basics and then trying to build up from that. But what they need to start doing is, and I said it in the beginning, you're going to have to really start paying attention to trends when it comes to, your goals. Because all this goes to shit if you're not paying attention. And they're going to lose a lot of money as a result of not paying attention. What do you guys think?
I mean, it kind of speaks back to, what we're talking before. We're talking about a mega corporation here, right? They're talking about cost savings, right? Profit margins, et cetera, et cetera. Again, that's just, they don't necessarily care about the collecting community as much as they care about, again, right? Hasbro is a gaming company that has other merchandise, licensing, whatever you want to call it, right? This literally speaks to the fact that, hey, we're a gaming company and we're going to focus on that. I think Eric's point earlier of like licensing this stuff out to other companies like YOLO Park and Robeson and that, then do that, right? And let those companies, speak to the community and everything else. Yeah. I think the most interesting part about this article is that aging up. Yeah, because it does actually talk about the collectible piece of them,
increase right? The play and collectible appeal for
and
fans
collectible appeal
13 and above. 13-year-olds ain't collecting shit.
No,
they're talking about us. They're talking
about us, but the age range is stupid.
But
it's wrong.
Yeah, they're not making stuff for kids. They're not making 6+, right? Ages 6 and up stuff anymore. That's what they're saying, right?
Okay. Well, wait a minute. Let's reevaluate that.
Okay, what? Sorry.
At what age do you think these kids are starting to get into card games and stuff? So I think that's what they mean by ages 13 and up. So they got Magic. Those are the kids that's playing that. You got the Pokemon cards. I don't know if Hasbro is distributing that, but all of those type of games, and then all their accoutrement that goes with it. That is the age range that you want to target, because that's where they start. I start to see it at least.
So that's an interesting point too. When they say play and collectible, are they talking about Pokemon? Are they talking about Magic the Gathering? Are they talking about that collectible? Right,
I think they're talking about games.
They're talking about both. I think they're talking about card games specifically. I don't think they're talking toys, because
I don't think they're talking toys either.
Those kids are not collecting toys, but because the card
collectible
you
card
can buy a whole Magic card set that's not to be used, but it's a commemorative piece.
Yeah,
and these kids, I mean, hell, they're buying $350 gym shoes. They got the money here. Their parents got it, but
they ain't got the money.
Man, I was lucky raising my kids.
Right.
So they know who to target. It's similar to what they did with us as kids. Your parents may not have been able to afford a $50 Prime, but they can afford the $4 GI Joe.
Yep.
I'm gonna scroll down because I want to show the chart.
Yeah, we'll get into that, and then go ahead and start wrapping up.
Yeah. So they go over the this is what's called the medium term guidance for 2025 through 2027. The key metrics against their measure. Like I said, you can check this article out on TFW. I couldn't find it on Hasbro's own site, so I don't know what the source is for this one. But this is their plan.
I did find it on their website, and it's I tried to paste the link, but I got blocked in the comments. It's investor.hasbro.com.
Okay.
But if you do a search for Hasbro, what was it? Pay to play? Yeah, play to win. It's the first hit you get in Google.
Yeah, pay to play. We own that already. No.
Play to win. Hasbro play to win. If you search for that, you'll find it.
Yeah.
Here it is. Yeah, investor.hasbro.com.
Yeah, see, look at that. Magic the Gathering is right there on the front page. Right there in the front.
I don't like being.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you don't have to track.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. Magic the Gathering, right there.
I'm just saying, man. Like that's where they're targeting it. And when they say games, they're not just talking about Monopoly. They're talking about stuff that can get you involved with your friends that has collector value to it.
Well, and think about the profit margin there. I mean, the profit.
Yeah, it's a cardboard card.
Yeah. I know.
Well, not even like they're moving away from that too, right? They've created the
digital.
Magic Online. Yeah, they've done Magic Online, so they can pump out cards and stuff and not even print the thing off, right? They just rent some server space somewhere and away you go.
And away we go, just like us. I think it's time to go ahead and start wrapping this up.
Here we go. All right, so if you go to their investors and then their press releases, this is where you'll find all that information. So check it out.
There's some good
That squad if you want to check it out.
That was some good discussion.
Yeah, man. All right.
Oh, we lost Russ.
My bad.
Okay.
Too many buttons.
His wife's got Call of Duty on.
No, you know what it is? It's the 25% tariff for me to get my internet connection across the border. Takes 25% longer to get there.
Well played. Well played.
Hey man,
Well,
I hope you got like a little part of your lot up there because you know.
You might be moving.
All right, and you know, I don't mean to sound cranky about this whole situation, but as a consumer and someone that wants to be, wants to get involved in that more because of the appeal of it, I don't want to feel like I'm second fiddle as a consumer. So speaking as a consumer, these are the concerns that I actually have, and I'm sure that you all have those same concerns. Chat Squad has those same concerns, and this is something that we need to be able to voice to them and actually have them listen, because as long as they're doing the same shit that they're doing and they're not listening to us, we're going to continue to get all this bullshit that we could been getting in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna let you go ahead and voice your opinion. I'm just gonna continue to speak with my wallet.
Yeah, and that too, and that's why. And I spoke with my wallet by canceling that pre-order.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Well, all right, and on that note, man, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Before we do, we'll let Rusty go ahead and go to the Chat Squad, and then we'll get some shout outs from where you're at to get up out of here.
Chat Squad, you guys were on fire, more so than ever. Thank you very much for all of the comments this evening. Really good stuff out there. We had, again, number one before we even showed up in the studio, Toy Mafia, Paul Morales, Roy, aka Jedi Mindset, Brink, Willy Wamo, Gort popped in there, Siobhan, happy birthday yet again. Do I keep mispronouncing her name, by the way?
Nope. That's
okay. Perfect. I nailed it. Okay, good. Ash Bailey, Esteban, aka Dante Bay, zero something something. Mark 44 Prime, Just G Squared, and Sony from TM Reviews popped in very briefly. Thank you, Sony, for jumping in there with us. Thank you to everybody in the Chat Squad. You guys are awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Scott. Where can the folks find you? Give us some shout out.
You know what? Here every other Tuesday. Sitting with Derek 2 weeks from now.
What are you doing?
I'll be in DC, and so we'll be broadcasting together.
That's right. Yeah,
He'll be over here. Might be over here. We're gonna figure that out when he gets here.
Yeah. And occasionally on the other Realm shows, appearing as a special non very good contributing guest like Shelf Gravy, and on Fridays we got the Realm Hatton guys that are there occasionally. What is my gamer tag? Grubby Nubbin.
Grubby Nubbin. Yeah.
Grubby Nubbin on PlayStation. Yeah, I switched it. That's about everything I do.
Yeah, that's weird. Grubby Nubbin.
What?
All right,
it's clever.
Yeah, all right.
Just my boy Grubby Nubbin.
All right. Well, since you think it's so clever, why don't you tell the folks where they can find you?
I am the Rusty Mechanic, and you can find me on all your social media platforms, including Facebook and Instagram, and especially YouTube and Twitter. And occasionally I do some gaming on Twitch with my wife, who comes in as Boom Boom Betty on that's her gamer tag. Mine is the Rusty Mechanic as the gamer tag as well. So we do that on Twitch occasionally. Where else am I? I think that's pretty much everything. And of course, please check out my Facebook page, as we talked about earlier. We got New Age Romulus, aka Megatron. We got Magic Square Swindle. We got Scotty's got an MPU-01 Thrust. I've got a DX9 Red Storm coming in. Those are the 4 figures we're giving away at the raffle. I'm going to do it this Sunday at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. You still got time to get into the raffle if you want. So go check out my Facebook page. All the information is there. How you can get involved. How you can get your entries in, as many as you want, and you still got a chance to win 1, 2, 3, or 4 of these figures. We'll figure it out on Sunday when I do the draw, and it all, like I said, goes to help out Kennedy's Village, which I'll let Derek speak to later on. So again, thank you very much, guys. The raffles have been awesome. Let's keep it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we're gonna let Rusty take a breath because that was a lot. Derek, what you got?
All right, you can find your boy Derek B on your Book of Faces. You can also find me on Instagram as Derek What B. You can also find me here every other Tuesday as we transform your Tuesdays for Do You Even Transform, Bro? Hey, check us out Monday nights, ETR, a flagship show, the best part of your Monday and mine. You can check us out every Monday night at 8:05 p.m. Trying to get that time locked in now.
8:05-ish. 8:05-ish.
Yeah.
8:00-ish. 8-ish.
Also, you can find me on Xbox right after this show if you want to at Dragon Prime. I will be on Call of Duty for maybe an hour because I need to go to bed on time. I need to either go to bed or watch a show with Sean, whatever she wants.
I will join you.
Okay. All right. Dragon Prime on Xbox and PlayStation. Activision ID is Dre Day all day. Dre Day all day. If you want to get some Call of Duty in with me, that's my Activision ID. Okay? All right. See you later. Thank you.
Sweet. Scott.
I already went.
We already did, Scott. It's on you, buddy.
You've
been working hard. You've been working hard.
No, we didn't do Scott.
Yeah.
Did we?
He was first.
Yeah, we did. He started.
Grubby Nubbin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sorry. Hey, Eric.
Well, that leads me, your boy Eric B, in your Facebook group, Eric Burgess. On Instagram, Mr._E.82. You can find my wife, myself, and our board putting in work for Kennedy's Village at Kennedy's Village all over your social media networks, as well as kennedysvillage.org. Shout out to Rusty for continuing to support the foundation, and thank you to everyone who has participated in these raffles over the last few months. It is definitely greatly appreciated. Every little bit helps. Want to give a shout out to the Ram for allowing us to host the show every other Tuesday, where you can find these guys here and myself for Do You Even Transform, Bro? And I also like Scott pop up every now and then in some shows. I think I'm about due for another visit to the Ram Helton guys, so I'll see them on their next hangout. And that's it for me, man. And I think with that, guys, we are out.
Well, wait, is he doing the thing?
We'll see.
I may be doing a thing.
Are you doing a thing?
We'll see. Let me get my finger on the button just in case.
All right. Free your mind. Know your worth. And stop letting Hasbro keep doing this shit.
Say it with me now. Round.